Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Pop Culture Minefield. That's Keith.
And that's Gerry.
It's true, I really am. And we're here to talk about some nerd stuff. And Keith's got a wild hair up his butt right now. Something's going on, so let's hear it. What's going on?
Basically, according to CNBC, it looks like Shari Redstone's plan to root out all of the madness that was Les Moonves is now finally starting to bear some fruit, and she has decided to stop CBS All Access as we know it and actually do the smart thing and take all of the assets of Viacom and CBS and create a brand new streaming platform that takes advantage of all of that, everything that they offer. And again, it's like I was telling you before we started recording that as far as broadcast television goes, CBS Viacom is actually taking the largest share of all broadcast television. Okay. They are at 22%.
Right.
The next closest one to them is Comcast Universal, which is NBC. Okay. And they're going to be
Yeah, this
launching
was in
the
that
Peacock
article you
network.
sent me earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
thought that
And
sounded
they're
familiar.
at 18%. Disney, which is ABC, is at 14%, tied with Fox, who's at 14%, Discovery at 11, and Warner Brothers at 8. And the remaining 13% is just scattered among everybody else. So the largest one is definitely CBS Viacom. So launching a streaming service that will allow them to combine all of the other things they have makes the most sense.
Yeah.
And again, it makes one wonder what was Les Moonves and everybody at CBS, what was going through their minds when they launched CBS All Access and turning out not only a service that nobody wanted to pay for, but product that nobody's really paying for. Because I personally do not know one immediate person in my life that's paying for CBS All Access. Do you?
I had one friend, and we would go
One.
to their house. Kyle and Crystal
And
had CBS All Access, and we would go watch Star Trek Discovery over at their house.
and that was it. That was the only,
They
and
were the
that's the
only
reason
ones
why
I
they
knew.
bought it, right?
Yeah.
It boggles the mind that you would have all of this stuff that is available. I mean, CBS Sports, VH1, MTV, BET, CMT. I mean, you Showtime, as I said before, it and Nickelodeon.
Well, here's the big
All of
question,
this,
though. Here's the big question.
yes.
When will we see this go into effect? When will it impact us as viewers?
It shouldn't take that long. I mean, I'd say definitely before the end of the year. But CBS All Access, look, the way I'm looking at it, anybody that is currently a subscriber to CBS All Access, I think what they'll do is they'll just fold you into this service. You'll just be, grandfathered in, and it shouldn't be that big a deal. And again, it's not like CBS unless Moonves are running it, which would make it infinitely complex for some reason. This is all smart moves, and this is moving.
Smart,
Uh,
concise, and
yes,
simple moves.
yes,
Right. I
moving
like
this
that.
into the plus column
Well,
for
you
basically
and I
the amount of
talked
money
about
they
this
make.
shit with Shari Redstone all the way back when we started doing this program. She was the big
Yes,
thing that you and I talked about. And here it is. It's been a year since we started this, and we're finally starting to see the rewards. And even though we're still dealing with the Kurtzman Abrams universe with Picard, I'm
yeah,
hoping eventually that we get back to canon. and get some Star Trek that makes sense to the fans.
Well, and again, it's going to take a while. I'm sure that the lawyers are looking over everything, but again, it's like the guys from Midnight Edge were talking about. There could be so many poison pills buried in the contracts that Les Moonves put together with both um, uh, with both
Abram
Secret
sent
Hideout
Secret Hideout and
and
Bad
and
Robot.
and with Bad Robot in their contracts with both CBS and with Paramount.
And this is
Then
what
it
led to
could,
what you and I talked about yesterday, that because
yes,
of those, this could end up pushing a deal with Seth MacFarlane, Universal NBC.
yeah, but there is so much good content. There is so much good content that this new service would have access to. In fact, one of the shows that's actually done very well for Amazon is actually shot through uh, 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 shot through one of the services that Viacom owns. Amazon's hit show Jack Ryan is actually something that is shot through here. And it's just like, at what point are we going to see any kind of a pullout the same way that Marvel did with Netflix? Is what and again, that is the next level of all of the streaming wars. Now that everybody's launching their own service,
Right.
now it's the pulling back of material. In other words, gathering all your best performing stuff. And The Boys, which was one of the bigger hits on streaming, is actually a Sony production. So it's like, are Sony going to get hip, get smart, and try to launch something, or are they just going to, be for work for hire and just do stuff for all these other streaming services? There's nothing wrong with that. You can make some money doing it, but that just pretty much means that you've given up and you're not going to attempt to jump into this war. But
Well, and
CBS is
that's what it
coming
is,
out guns
and I'm
blazing.
glad you used that word because the streaming wars are really just ramping up. We have
Yeah.
not seen the greatest, most impactful moments yet. This is just the ramping up period, and it looks like Shari Redstone is trying to bring CBS into this. So I'm excited
Well,
about that.
and again, they're huge. I mean, this is literally now becoming a huge player instantly in doing this. So this isn't just CBS or participating. This is CBS, and it's like, hey, they're moving in right next to NBC Universal, right next to Amazon, and going, hey guys,
Excuse me.
thanks for saving us a spot. You know,
Yeah, right.
so they're going to have an instant, immediate effect, unlike CBS All Access. Now, does that mean that Star Trek and Star does that mean Discovery and Picard are going to go away anytime soon? Probably not. This will mean that more people will have the opportunity to see those shows, and that the threat of either Netflix dumping Discovery and Amazon dumping Picard may not be that much of a threat. But I will say this, since it looks like they'll be able to afford to have both shows, means that Shari Redstone would be in more control as to the fate of those shows going from that point on. Because then her and her people could actually literally say, we know the numbers now. We see
Well,
the money
exactly,
now.
and this is something you and I've talked about before. Is most likely there is something within those contracts that doesn't guarantee that those shows get aired.
Yeah,
You
they could be
know,
put on
oh, we
hiatus.
can pay
Uh, uh,
you, we can produce your show, but we're not guaranteeing we're going to put it on anywhere.
that's right. Or even better yet, they could just tell Bad Robot that we don't necessarily have any room on the schedule for what you're doing. So why don't you go ahead and just put your people on vacation and you guys go off and do something and we'll let you
Go have
know
fun.
when we make room.
Go do whatever people like you do for fun, which I just suspect your favorite thing in the world to do is just ruin people's stuff. You just like
So-
shitting in other people's salads.
This could work out anyway. So again, we now have two very distinct possibilities for the Star Trek franchise from here
Right.
on out. It'll either stay with CBS and Viacom and eventually either not get made, or those changes will be made that Shari wants to make, and a lot of you Discovery fans will be weeping, or everything could just get sold to NBC and Seth
Which
MacFarlane
once
take
again
it
will mean
over,
the
and
Discovery fans will be weeping.
Yes. So those,
All right.
those Discovery fans' ears will
Yeah.
taste so nice. Give us more.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. That's Keith.
And that's Gerry.
And we are out of
Hey guys, thanks for watching Pop Culture Minefield. If you've enjoyed the show, please remember to like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Remember, you can find us at Pop Culture Minefield on both Facebook and Instagram. Thank you again.